Reason users, welcome or welcome back. I am Mark, Reason Junkie, and today I wanted to share with you the default template that I came up with several years ago. I use all the time, that starts off the gate focusing on drums, splitting into 4 separate mixer channels: low, mid, high, a parallel on the lows. It's like multi-band compression on steroids right out of the gate. And I swear, I produce a lot of different styles, and any drums that I put in there sound better right off the gate. I tweak them afterwards, but this is my start point always. If you like my content, like and subscribe. Now let's just check this system or template out. I'm going to start this off by showing you what this is so you can decide whether you like it or not. I've got an AB, and these are just a few separate Rex files, and they're going to go through just plain and unprocessed at all through the green here, and then they'll come through my default. I didn't make any changes to this. This is how my template is, but it splits it into lows, compressed, mids, and highs. So there's going to be a bunch of different styles that go, and let's just check it out and you can see what you think. Check out the levels over there. Let's go for a different style. Rock and roll, unprocessed. Switched over to my default. To me, it just brings out the drums. Something kind of housey for on the flourish, unprocessed. Brings out the drums, it's never clipping, and this is just my start point. Again, rock and roll feel. I think it just makes it sound so much better from the get-go. And let's wrap it up with everyone's favorite. It's a trap. Oh, it's a trap. All right, that's not through it. Right. If you like the way that sound, there's a $19 plugin. I'm going to show you how my default template works. We're going to set it up from scratch, and I'm going to show you how to set up a default template if you don't know how to do it. So if you like, let's keep going. So when I open a new file, this is what shows up. This is my default. In case you didn't know, you can change where that is by going into your preferences, going into your general, and down here you can save a file as a template, and then that will be the default template. This is what mine is. So I have this already set up with the drum bus start here, and what that is a mix channel that then has this crossover, and the crossover, what it does, just splits it into lows, mids, and high. There's a link to this below. It's the Yoko, and it's $19. I think it's a great value. So then there's a mix channel for drum low, a mix channel for drum mid, and a mix channel from drum high that are pre-built. In addition, I have this compressor that I love on my kick drums that's already there, and I have this hi-hat enhancer that is on my highs that I love, and then I have this compressor setting that I have preset here. Now sometimes I'll change these depending on what the style is, but I tweaked these to sound really good with a lot of styles. So again, it's this idea of coming out of the gate sounding like something as a start point that I really like more than just no start point. So this is how my mixer comes set up right out of the default. Each of the bands gets their own mixer channel, which includes EQ and compression if you want it. So I'm going to show you how I have my settings, and you may not agree with me, which is absolutely understandable, but I have it set up like this, and I think it makes the drum sound good every time. So I turn my width on my low and my low parallel down to nothing right out of the gate. Then I go ahead and I turn and arm the EQs because I know that I'm going to use them, but there's no settings that are done in the regular EQ part. But in the low and high shelf, the low pass and high pass filter, I have these pre-done for my lows, for my low parallel, for my mids, and for my highs. And I've just found that the drums sound good going through at this way, again, in almost every style. The last piece of the puzzle is, this is not a lesson about a parallel channel, but the parallel channel on the low end has a super high compression level, and that's all preset in. So that's how my mixer looks. I'm not saying that yours would look exactly like this, but you would have the accessibility to have the lows, mids, and highs as complete separate mixer strips. All right, now I'm going to build one of these from scratch with an empty mixer. So Control-Shift-M gives you a mix channel, and I've already searched and found my Yoko splitter and my effect. I want to shift drag it in here because I don't want to hook it up in the typical way. I'm going to turn around, and what we want is we want to take the direct out and go to the input, and this basically makes it into, it makes it so that you can pass it to the other 3 channels. All right, and then I'm going to go Control-Shift-M, Control-Shift-M, Control-Shift-M. I'm making 3 new mix channels, and what the crossover does is it splits it into lows, mids, and high, and you can see them across here. And we're going to go the low into the first one, the mid into the second one, and the high into the third one here, and flip the rack around. And so now you have it set up that you've got these. You would label them as drums, lows, mids, and high. I just want to talk about the crossover from the get-go. I don't remember my exact settings in it, but these are the frequencies that you're splitting at. And then if you really like a compressor, compress a more or less compression setting on your lows, on your mids, and then if you have something for the highs, then you can put those as effects on each of those. And basically at this, if I go ahead and I add a Rex in here, then I can right away is just patch it to there, and it's gonna sound better for me at the start. That doesn't mean I have to use it completely, but it's a start point that I like more than another start point. And I thought to do this, there is a link in the description to a Reason file that is this one. I replaced all of my custom plugins with default Reason compressors, maximizers. I didn't set them, but all of the settings on my EQ. And this, you do need to buy this for $19. The Yoko, I get nothing from it, obviously. But otherwise, you can download this file, link in the description, and you can check it out. I hope you found that interesting. The link to that crossover is in the description. Feel free to steal it and take it. If you like my content, like and subscribe. I have a knee surgery coming up, so I'm going to be doing some more of these, and get out there, make some cool stuff with Reason, and see you the next time.